Hi movers, we're going with some spicy core exercises, and you have the option of wearing your ankle weights as well for this if you want, and then you want to have a ball and some hand weights too. So you could do all of this with your ankle weights on, you could pick and choose, you could do all of these things back to back. Just one time, maybe you want to repeat them, maybe you want to pop them in a little circuit, that's completely up to you. I hope it just gives you a little bit of inspiration for your next core workout. So start when you're going to pop your ball in between your thighs, and then we're going to line ourselves back and down. Bring the heels close to the bottom, and if you want to use your hand, you've got hands up above the chest. Press down through your feet, and we are lifted to a big approach. From here, you're going to take a small little squeeze the ball. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Nice, short, sharp movement, short, sharp breaths. Think about really tucking the tailbone, lifting the pelvic floor, and drawing the belly button in. Nice and strong in your center. Keep breathing. 3, 2, we stay in here. We lift the heels up and down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Press down with control. Squeeze. 2 and 1. Nice. We're going to bring the elbows into the waist. And lift. And then drop and come. So you've got one narrow row, and then one hip bridge. The whole time your tummy is working so hard to keep that center strong. That lovely connection from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Strong stability in the pelvis. Power those glutes. And feel really deep into your center. Now hold it up and a little pulse down with the elbows. Do a little extra workout into the back of the arms as well. Keep squeezing. 3, 2, 1, and relax. We bring the legs up, tabletop to the door, section apart. So here we're in our tabletop, knees above our hips, and then we'll squeeze. So you're just going to squeeze the ball, activating that inner thigh, and you should really feel that low into the abdominals. Keep pushing those thighs away from the chest. Nice deep breaths. If you wanted here, you could incorporate a chest fly at the same time. Kind of 2 pulses for one side and then back in. That's when you can add a little extra upper body if you want. You're going to really knit that rib cage in. Nice deep breaths. One more time here. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. We're going to hold the arms still. Third exercise. We've got a toe tap. Keep them on that ball. Lower and tap the toes. And then lift with control. Really think about knitting that rib cage in. Lots of control. We're avoiding any doning in our center. If it feels a little bit much, you always have your hands down and really push into the mat. You also could take the ball away and do one leg at a time. So you have a few options there. If you wanted to increase the challenge, maybe you're taking the arms over the head. Feel a little bit more in the upper abs. And then control it back here. Push away. And remember those lovely controlled breaths. That connection. Tailbone to the crown of the head. Let's go for one more here. Lovely. And relax those feet down. We're going to take the ball out, and this time we're going to pop it underneath the pelvis. To find that big bridge, lift up and you're going to sit down on your ball. The idea is that you feel unstable, that's what we're hoping for. So if you feel a bit wobbly, you're probably doing it right. Again, your first option could be hands down, so you're pressing down, or maybe elbows on, maybe arms lifted, or if you're feeling nice and stable, maybe your arms are lifted with your hand weights. You then lift the legs to find that tabletop, and that is your next exercise. Just coming here and hold it. We're going to work really hard with that pelvic stability. Really think about tucking the pelvis, bring your hip bones towards your face, with 2 hip bones in towards one another, and then pop your corset on with that rib cage. Lengthen the spine. Breathe. See how long you can comfortably hold that. If your hand is down, maybe test bring one hand off at a time. Lovely work. Now from here, we're going to add a leg extension. We reach one leg out, and we draw it in. Other leg out. And in. Again, if that feels a little too wobbly, you can do a toe tap and center. You can pick it. Keeping that body nice and long and strong. Breathe. Maybe you want to add opposite arm to the leg. Dead bug. You can really decide how much of a challenge you want. For that deep, deep core today, breathe. So you can go one more on each side. If you haven't yet, maybe get that leg extension going. And relax. Lovely. We're going to try one more thing with the ball underneath our pelvis. Again, pop those hands back down if you need. This time, our legs are long. We go for one leg. Scissor. And lift. Now, it also depends on if you're wearing your ankle weights and how heavy they are. These ones are pretty chunky, so take your time. Breathe. Again, maybe you want to add opposite arm, opposite leg. You've got to really think about that rib cage. Lengthen in your center. Breathe and squeeze. Go for one more each side. Make sure you're nice and even. And when it's all been too much, you want to take your feet down, take your hands down, and then take out that ball. Lovely stuff. We're going to have another one just sitting up. So, put the ball behind us. We're going to lean back onto the ball, and reaching our arms forward with or without your weight. So up to you, and you're finding a little pulse. I want you to imagine that you are a big pot of ice cream, and someone has got that ice cream scoop and scooped you out. And that scooping feeling is what we want in our center. And then we press back on the ball. Keep that neck long, keep those shoulders open. Nice deep breaths. Short and sharp. We're then going to take one arm up and lower down. Keep that elbow soft. Kind of frame your beautiful face. Keep that lovely scoop. If that feels quite nice, you're going to lift opposite leg to opposite arm. Nice. And then you have the option of a rotation. The foot goes to the hand, or the hand goes to the foot, however you want to see it. And we rotate and twist. We keep leaning on that ball, we keep that scooping feeling. How far can you look behind you? How high can you lift that leg? Make sure you're nice and even. And then come all the way up and relax. Hope you enjoyed your speedy little core circuit. Maybe you want to do all of those again. Maybe you want to mix and match them with some other exercises. But I hope that felt nice and tough. And I'll see you soon.